here at the Poker Go Studios with one of the most respected names in the poker world, Darren Elias, BetMGM ambassador, the all-time WPT title leader, and now also a WSOP bracelet winner. We're going to talk about big wins, daily routines, behind-the-scenes stories. Darren, thank you so much for being here with us. Congratulations on winning your first WSOP bracelet.
Thank you.
And how did you feel to finally capture that title, especially in an event that you said you didn't expect to win?
Yeah, it feels really good, almost like a relief to win the bracelet. And I don't play a lot of the online events. I always expected if I won a bracelet, it would be in a high roller event or a small field live tournament. So to win it in a big field online event was definitely a surprise, but it feels great.
That's great. Even before that bracelet, you were in one of the most intense matches of the summer, an almost 8-hour heads-up against Nick Schulman. What was it like being in such a long and technical battle?
That was really intense. I mean, I'll remember that heads-up match the rest of my life. And in poker, we play so many moments that are low pressure, like day ones or smaller tournaments, and this was not that. This was very high level, long battle against a player I played a lot against in our best game. So that was really something. And I'm happy for Nick. We're friends, and he might get into the Hall of Fame this year. That's cool. So we were playing for a lot, and it reminds me why I play poker. Like battles like that is what it's all about from a competition standpoint.
Fantastic. You are the all-time WPT champion with 4 titles and over 13.8 million in live earnings. What role has the WPT played in your career?
Yeah, the WPT's been great. My success there, especially as I was coming up as a live player, playing in America on the East Coast, played a lot at Borgata and had success there. I won my first WPT title there. So definitely helped put me on the map, build my bankroll, and then also a lot of notoriety where because those are on TV and it gets you a little more reputation or publicity in the game.
Is there one particular win that stands out as especially meaningful for you?
Sure, definitely my first WPT win at Borgata. That's close to where I live. It's only about an hour away, and my family was there to watch, so that was special. My first live win, major win at my home casino with my family there to watch.
That's great. We've seen that family seems to be something very important to you. Mm-hmm. You often mention your wife, your kids, your family, your parents, and there's clearly a strong connection there. And speaking of family, how does that dynamic influence your experience with the game, with your wife, family at all?
Yeah, balancing family and poker is a challenge because obviously all of these poker tournaments are across the country or all over the world. So you have to be there for your family, but also compete at a high level. When I am on tour playing poker tournaments against the best players in the world, you don't want to be distracted, or I often travel alone just because having them with me is a challenge. But I try to be, when I'm home, I try to be fully present as a father, husband, and not do too much poker work. And then when I'm on the road, I'm fully committed to trying to win poker tournaments.
We recently launched a women committee to support greater female participation in poker, not just as in the table, but also in leadership and community roles. In your view, what still needs to change so that more women feel welcome and represented in the poker world?
Not just with women, but with any beginner players making the leap to go from like a home game or a casual game to play in a casino setting. That is can be stressful or like high pressure. If someone doesn't know all the rules or the etiquette around playing in a casino or a tournament for the first time, I think that's something that I've been working on too, trying to write articles or make content for beginner players so that they feel comfortable playing. And I think a lot of women haven't had as much experience playing in a casino, and really getting comfortable playing in that setting is huge.
Yeah, I know as a woman it's very difficult.
Yeah, it can be stressful.
We can go, we can be there. Yeah. And you are here at the area playing the BetMGM Poker Championship and representing the brand as an ambassador. How's the event going for you?
Good. I had a really good first day. I bagged around 300,000 on one entry, so I'm good. And we got a record turnout over there, over 1,800 players, which is way more than last year. I think every year we've had growth in that event and really shows the strength of the ARIA, also the BetMGM ecosystem, where we qualified over 100 players online from Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. They were able to fly over to Las Vegas. They get a hotel room. They get an entry in the tournament. So really happy for those qualifiers that they get that experience, and looks like a record event. I hope I can keep it going today.
That's perfect. What's your perspective on BetMGM's growth, both online and live, within the USA poker landscape?
I think BetMGM's been incredible, and we're really building. We just added shared liquidity, where now we get Pennsylvania, Michigan, New Jersey, all the players can play together, which lets us make bigger tournaments, bigger games, really just builds the whole ecosystem. And the next step is really making bigger and greater live tournaments, where we have all these beautiful MGM properties that BetMGM works with. We have the Borgata in Atlantic City, ARIA in Las Vegas, MGM National Harbor in DC. I think really linking up these properties under the BetMGM brand and improving on the synergy, I guess, between those properties is the goal.
In November last year, the World Poker Federation officially secured poker's recognition as a mind sport by the International Mind Sports Association, a historic achievement for our community. And what was your reaction when you heard about that?
I love that. I think to the general public, poker sometimes is misunderstood, where because it's played in a casino and it's a card game, people relate it more to like blackjack or like one of those games, where it really is a skill game and a mind sport and much more similar to a game like chess than blackjack. But because there's money involved and you're playing in a casino, I think people on the outside don't always understand it. So I think recognition like that is great.
Great. And in your view, how can this recognition help pokers grow globally and strengthen its legitimacy as a skill-based discipline?
I think that's great. Things like that, where people really understand the skill involved and that this isn't just gambling and gets lumped in with all the other types of gambling, where I think poker should have its own little carve out as a skill game, a mind sport, whatever you call it. I've even seen people calling for it to be in the Olympics, something like that, where that would certainly be something.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah, right.
So now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the behind the scenes side of poker. How do you balance live and online play these days?
Well, it's usually one or the other for me. When I'm home, I play some online on BetMGM. Usually those tournaments start in the evening, so really I'm home with the family, we'll have dinner, and everyone will go to bed, and then I'll go in the office and play online poker when I'm home. Live poker is different, where I'm usually taking a trip to a different city for a week or two, playing 4 or 5 tournaments. So that's more like a work trip where I go and play live and then I come home.
And we want to know, do you have any specific preparation routine for big series like here in Vegas?
Yeah, I think if I know I'm going to be playing against other top players, I'll do a little extra preparation with computers or solvers to look at some situations that I may be curious about or might come up in a tournament. I might do a little extra work going into that.
That's great. And what can you expect from Darren Elias in the years ahead?
More poker, more titles, I hope. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep grinding, playing as many tournaments as I can, try to have success in both the BetMGM events, the World Series, the WPT. I think I've leaned a little more towards wanting to learn mixed games. I think maybe in the future, maybe when I turn 40 or something, I might start to learn a few more games. I am interested in watching some of these mixed events.
Now, let's do a quick fire round. A player you admire today?
I would say Eric Seidel. I really have a lot of respect for players who were at the top when I got into poker and are still there, the longevity. I have a lot of respect for players who were the best in the world 20 years ago and are still here competing, playing the highest stakes. I have a lot of respect for players like that.
That's great. And one opponent that always been tough to face?
Tough to face, there's so many. I guess I would say my friend Nick Petrangelo. I think he's tough in these high roller events. When I played against him, definitely makes you think in a lot of challenging spots.
Yeah. And your favorite poker variant?
I have to say Deuce to 7 No Limit after that run this summer. That's definitely my favorite game. And allows for a lot of creativity. I really like the options in that game where it's not as solved as a game like No Limit Hold'em. So everyone's kind of guessing, and there's a lot of feel spots, which I enjoy in poker.
And your least favorite?
Least favorite variant, probably Limit Hold'em. I guess that's kind of a boring one, like bet one, raise one. Like I don't love Limit Hold'em.
A tournament you love playing?
Deuce to seven, I would say. That event I got second to Nick Schulman in, that's usually my favorite event of the year, just because that variant isn't spread very often. So when I do get to play that, that's a real treat.
Any rituals before you play?
No, I do try to go to the gym or exercise in the morning. I think when you're going to be sitting at a poker table for 12, 14 hours, like it's good to get moving in the morning, get some oxygen in the brain, and I always feel better if I'm able to work out in the morning before a tournament.
Fantastic. Darren, thank you so much for sharing your journey and insights with us. Poker is going through an exciting phase, and hearing from players like you helps shape the direction of the game, so we are very thankful to be here with you. And to everyone is watching now, make sure to follow WPF in our Instagram to stay updated. See you next time.